god, everything looks completely red. Oh, that's not a good color combination. Anyway, hey guys, I realized I didn't post a video last week. Not to say that a lot of things happened in the last 2 weeks. It's mostly a lot of the things that have been happening have been towards the end of the week, so I'm not gonna, get into that too much. Not a lot has happened. Not a lot that I actually want to talk about. Um, sometimes I find myself just caring too much about little things, little tiny insignificant things that people won't actually notice, and I think about it a lot, and it bothers me completely, and I wish I could just not think about these things, but sometimes, all the time, it's all I can think about really, and I hate it. I hate it a lot. Um, I wish I didn't care so much, because my life would be completely easier if I just found myself not caring just a tiny smidge more, because sometimes it stops me from doing what I really want. Sometimes it keeps me holding on to things that like it's really hard to describe, but basically, sometimes you just want to remember things, sometimes you just want to forget about things. Oh boy, it's like I can't help but not. I don't know, I worry myself a lot. Um, Swim season is over. It has been, what is it? February, March, April, like 3 months, I think. And first day of swim practice, I still remember I couldn't even streamline properly. Like I could not get my foot up in the water because I didn't know how to swim at all. I didn't expect to be. I didn't expect to be swimming laps, uh, and liking it. I didn't expect to be doing a 50 free in like 47 seconds, which might, for some people might be slow, but for some people that don't actually swim sounds a bit impressive, and I totally understand. It's like my first year swim, my last, as it should so happen, because um, I should have joined last year. And hindsight sucks, because uh, it lets you know all the cool things you could have done earlier. But yeah, say la vie. My friends were telling me to join swim last year. I just didn't have the gear for it. I didn't have the commitment to it because it was already halfway through the season, And if I had joined back then, maybe I would have had more time with it. I'm sure I would have loved it then. All the same, my schedule this year was a lot clearer, a lot for more extracurricular activities. Like I joined swim practice, I'm doing community service, and I joined anime club, which sometimes hosts tournaments. So that was one of the other things that happened this week, or yeah, this week. Last Wednesday we had the Pokemon X and Y Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire tournament, and that was fun. I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but last tournament we had was the Mario Kart tournament, where they all left me by myself because they had to go to the swim competition, and it was the one meet that I missed, and that's when that's when they all took the group picture, and I was really salt about that because yeah, it was a nice group picture, and I wanted to be part of it. I was the only one that I think it was the only meet that I didn't show up for. It was the only time, and it was the only time everyone else showed up, because after that, several people were gone all the time. But yeah, it was fun. Maybe we'll take a group picture again. Like, swim season's over, but we're gonna have a little goodbye thing in 17 in like a couple weeks. So that's fun. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. Get back in the pool again. In the meantime, everyone's gonna have to worry about AP testing. Oh, and then afterwards is grad night. The week after. No, before that is even the the Smash tourney, and then it's grad night. That's gonna be fun. But before that, even is prom, which I eventually found myself going to. So that's next week on this day. Let's change the subject. Go back to swim. Swimming's fun. I didn't expect to like it. I thought it'd be fun, just because just the idea of it sounds fun. I just didn't think that I would be so attached to it and everything. Like, I'd never played a team sport before, and you kind of do understand it to a certain degree. Like, it's not to say that people don't play sports, don't exactly know what it's like to be on a sports team, but I'm kind of saying that if you haven't played in a sports team before, you probably have a very, abstract view of what it's like to be in a sports team. There's that sort of fraternity that goes on that, I'm not saying that is exclusive to a sports team, but it's like just being with an extended family, and it's great because it's something it's like having a group that has one thing that they always have to talk about, and in this case, it's a sport. A sports team has that. It's the sport they're doing. So even if the conversation runs out, there's something that's always there to talk about. Like things like, oh, have you worked on your 50s, or how's your flip turn look, that kind of stuff. And it's great because the conversations never run out. And even at that, you hang out with these people pretty much every day. You've seen these people go through struggling and stuff like that. You've seen them be going to practice happy or going to practice sad, and then leaving practice happy or leaving practice sad, or vice versa, or whatever, and it's just a great experience, I feel. But now it's over, and what is it? We had SCAX, which is the league meet, and I actually got a few things. I got my team jacket that I had ordered in the beginning of the year. I got my team jacket last day of practice, and it has my name on it. And if you'll notice, I have the big, it says SCAX 2015 Swimming Championship on it, and on the back is, hang on, I'll show you. The back, it was the reason why I wanted to get this shit. No, it fell off the hook. Hang on, I'm gonna set this down. No, whatever. It's got all our names on it. Dang it fell off the coat hanger. Let me try and see if I can do this with just one hand. I don't want to ruin it. It's brand new. Brand new. There you go, that works better. It says SCAX Swimming Championship. It has all the names of the people that competed that day, or rather, all the names that were registered for that day, and it's great. We're down here at the bottom. Our team's not that big, but it's bigger than the other teams. It's not the smallest team out there, but I'm proud of us. I'm proud to be part of the team. I like it. I like it a lot, and I do wish I had joined. I remember on the first day too, our coach was like, he asked, how many seniors are out here today, and we all raised our hands, and he says, okay, my first question to you is, where were you years ago when I wanted people on the swim team? And I said, yeah, around. But it's a great sport. I would say, if you are considering doing a sport, I would say just to offer a biased point of view, swim team is fun. Plus, it offers you some benefits to a team sport in that after practice, you don't technically feel gross at all because you take a shower directly right after. You take a shower beforehand, you get into water for 2 hours or 3 hours, depending on how long your practice time is. You get out, you take a shower again, and then you get dressed. So you're always clean. You're working hard, but you're not sweating like a pig. And, it's kind of gross, and it's kind of what turns me off sports a lot, is the fact that, you do football for like a couple hours, you do wrestling for a couple hours, baseball, basketball, whatever, all those other sports. You come out all sweaty and stuff, and it's like, I don't like the idea of being all sweaty. But, just immediate shower is nice. I do understand, sweating helps you lose weight and stuff too, but it's like, it's so gross. I don't like it. Makes you want to take a shower right after, and you're actually not supposed to, I don't think. Something like that. You're not supposed to work or like take a shower right after. You're supposed to wait a bit, get your muscles a bit loosen up or something. I don't know. Maybe that's just a myth. But there's that. Plus it's also I was talking to my friend earlier about this during the meet, how I said swim competitions, or swim team rather, is different from any other sport, where the objective of the day is not just work on this or work on that, but there's always that one objective you have to maintain at the top of your list, and that is don't die. Because you play football or like baseball. Sure, you could get hit in the head, you could get a concussion, stuff like that. It's dangerous, of course. Wrestling, you could twist some joints, you could hurt yourself physically a lot. Sure, but swim team. If you're swimming, there's always that constant worry of, what if I mess up my breathing? And it's simple as that, of just like inhaling and exhaling. This simple like motion of you could screw that up, and if you do that, it could be it for you. So you have to know what you're doing at all times. It requires a lot of focus. I would imagine it helps you with that too. Plus, if you really wanted, you could get a sweet tan. I for one do not actually like it. You can still see it right there, goggles tan. And I'm not gonna show you, but I wear jammers, so I have like a portion of my body which is just like a square on my thigh, around my area. So my thighs, my upper legs it's just way lighter than the rest of me, because I forget to put on sunscreen. But the swim team's fun, and if I said if I could recommend any sport, I would recommend swim. Not just for the fact that I was in a swim team, but just because of all the stuff that I mentioned. And now it's over, and I'm kind of really bummed about it. I never really got to work on treading water. I wish I could do that, and I'm kind of disappointed that because I told my coach not to put me in any 100s, which is 4 laps, or rather 100 yards. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Because he put me in a 100 relay during our last meet as a surprise, because someone was leaving, so he put me in a substitute, and I thought I was gonna die, but I thought that if I worked on it, I could do it better. But whatever. And today was my last time ever doing a 50, and I think I screwed it up because I flip turned too early. And a flip turn is, if you've ever seen anyone in any sort of competitive swimming, it's when they reach the end of a lane and they do a front flip into the water, and they kick off the wall. And what that's supposed to do is not only let you turn faster, but it also gives you a momentum that you would usually only get from like a dive, or from like the beginning of doing a lap, which is when you kick off a streamline, which is with both feet on the wall, and you kind of just spring forward and just kind of fly off into the lane. You know what I mean? So that's what that extra kick is supposed to give you. If you're too close to it, you could just hit yourself onto the wall, which screws you up. Or if you did it like I did, you would do it like too far away from the wall, lose your momentum, and you'd be able to turn fast, sure, but you don't get that kick that you wanted, because it is actually just hitting the brakes, like in a car. It's like hitting the brakes completely and then turning right around. It's failing to drift. That's what it is, I would imagine. I don't know the terminology, but I don't know. I'm just kind of bummed out that swim season's over. among other things. But that's all we'll talk about for today. This video's gone on for long enough. I said I was gonna try to make these videos shorter, but I did miss a week, so there's that. Oh, Pacquiao fights today. I'm not gonna watch. I know you might think it's an obligation to me, and I thought so too, but frankly, I could really, I don't know. I care more about the fact that it's Dwayne Johnson's birthday than it is a Pacquiao fight. I would imagine that LA would get a lot of hate for that, but whatever. I do care to a certain extent. My favorite fact from that is every time there's a Pacquiao fight, crime in the Philippines literally goes down to zero because all of the criminals want to stay indoors or go to bars and watch the Pacquiao fight. That's how big it is in the Philippines. I'm like legit. Like all the police, all the criminals take a day off for the Pacquiao fight. And I think that's great. And I haven't seen the results yet. It's only 8:09. So you know who I'm rooting for. But anyways, I'm gonna try to keep these videos consistent. I know I missed a couple weeks, but whatever. I had stuff going on. I'll try to make another video next week. Whatever. Anyways, I hope everyone is having a better day than I am. And I will see you guys next week.